switch. Hey!
Hello and welcome to the Bourbon Blend. I'm Courtney.
Well, is this where I'd say my name?
Yeah, that's what you say.
My name is Jay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Courtney.
No, you're not.
And it is great to be here again with you.
It is great to be here.
My wife of 72 years.
Can you please fix your water bottle? It looks like butter. Thank you. That's a little better.
Hey, where's my hand lotion?
I moved it because it's disgusting looking.
What happened? Anyway, welcome to the Bourbon Blend. We're gonna be drinking some bourbon tonight.
Yes, we are.
Some Barrel,
Mm-hmm.
which
Ready
is from
for this?
Louisville, and we also have a special bottle that our intern passed along to us this week,
That was very nice.
which is very cool. Daniel
Yes.
L, last name redacted. His name's Locke, actually. He
Thanks.
posts on the board.
Yeah.
And we're also going to do some photos, the greatest photos of the week, also some bourbon news, and of course,
The most important part of
Courtney's
every
Cornir.
Bourbon Blend.
Courtney's Cornir.
Yes.
We got some legends in the chat already.
Yes, we do.
Chipper, the legend himself. Mike is here as well. Courtney Blake, Daniel P, AU 256, one of the Madison Mafia members. Of course, I am a adjunct member. Madison Tate, you may know her.
I know her as well.
She is a offspring of yours, I believe.
And yours as well.
Yes. Blake, the man from the East Coast.
Wow.
Corey Dubb, who is not from the East
Yes.
Coast. He is from Montgomery, Alabama.
That is correct.
And Runner 24 is here with us as well.
Wow. We're starting out strong tonight, Jay.
I got to tell you guys before we get going, the dog's rubbing his dick on the carpet again.
Yes.
Before we get going, Courtney and I made our maiden voyage into the pool today.
Yes, we did.
Not our pool, but our community pool.
Yes.
And because it's been warm enough, it's been upper 80s.
Yeah, it's
And,
like 88 today.
She sent me out there in the pool with the old Granddad 114. So
Yeah.
I'm already kind of lubricated.
He's already started off strong.
And I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure you are.
I haven't had it in 2 hours. What did you
Well,
do?
It's because you had it before you had any foodage.
Oh.
Yes.
We also got some comments in here. Let's see. Daniel P says the Kraken sweater is thumbs up. However, Runner 24 says that is one rough looking sweater. Now, Runner 24 could be a fan of the Bruins. He could be a fan of the Rangers, the Islanders.
Okay.
There's a lot of choices, actually. I wonder which one he's a fan of.
I don't know.
And Chip says, go Kraken.
Go Kraken.
My man. The only reason I wear it is because it was cheap. That is true. Madison, she says, I don't know why it's showing my full legal name. Ha ha. Yeah, why is that, Maddie?
I don't know. Fix that,
The only time we call you Madison is when you're in trouble.
typically.
Madison! And Maddie says, yo, Mike and Blake are. She's fired up to see that. Chip says, is there an Ole Miss game tonight?
Because Jay's already lit.
Oh, my God. I see where he's coming from on that one. So we got some things to discuss. Do you want?
You changed your shirt.
Yeah, I told you I was going to change my shirt.
Okay.
I said it was itching me. Oh,
Okay.
it's because my shit's sticking out like it's 1977.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Courtney.
Tight.
Do you want to go into some bourbons?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to drink some Barrel tonight.
Yes. And as you can tell, we have already hit all of these once at least.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's been hit at least once, Courtney. I mean, you have a baby.
No, it's quite done.
Maddie's on here. I'm sorry. My bad. Let's see. Blake says he's a blues fan.
Okay.
Did not expect to hear that, considering he's on the East Coast. But the St. Louis Blues, I have been to a St. Louis Blues match, game, is that what we call that? At the Checker Dome. Old school St. Louis right there. My dad and I went to the Checker Dome to see them in the 80s.
I did not know that.
That was a good time. Let's see. Runner 24 says more Bruins than Rangers, but the best looking sweater was the old Hartford Whalers.
Oh, those were cool.
The green and blue
Yeah.
was pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
I got to agree with him on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Whalers are no more. It's too bad because ESPN is based in, near Hartford. They're in Bristol. But
Gotcha.
Mad says she's on her computer tonight, so it might be my school account.
That's nice.
AU256 is showing your government name.
Government
Maddie.
name, girl.
Daniel says Barrel is the top of the Finnish whiskey game, and I think we would agree with that. They do a great job blending. They're great blenders. It's them and Pursuit United.
Yeah.
Pursuit do a great job with that as well. Also, we got a basketball we need to show off
Yes,
at some point
we
tonight.
do. Would you like to do that right now?
You want to do the bourbon first?
Let's do the bourbon first.
We'll do the bourbon first.
It is the bourbon blend.
All right, so we're going to start off with this Barrel Foundation double barrel, 5-year-old. We got this in Columbus, GA. I also grabbed a bottle of this from our friends at sharedpour.com. Yeah,
Which bottle?
You don't even know which one we're going to do. It's the full one, yeah.
There we go.
And we're going to give this one a rip. 5 years, 100 proof. Brandon Jay says, is that a hockey jersey? JG is a hockey sweater. And that is a Seattle Kraken sweater. Kraken. And the only reason I'm wearing it is because I bought it for $25 at Ross Dress for Less.
At Ross. It is Ross. It's not Dress for Less.
So there it is, Courtney.
Here we go. We ready to hit some?
I think you're going to like this. A barrel, we are big fans of Barrel.
Yes.
You smelled the cork, so
I
therefore
did.
you're good.
I smelled it. I got a little smell on.
Madison says she's a little untucked with her full name being outed. Madison Creel, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Just in case. Maybe I should give you the smaller one.
I think that's a good idea. Chip Chip says the Mobile Mystics hockey team moved many years ago. I saw Paul Bearer at one of those. Is that
I don't know who that is.
Professional wrestling? Paul Bearer?
I don't know who that is.
Paul Bearer? You get it?
Oh, I did get that part. But... Oh, damn.
I know, that was a hard clink. I don't know what you were thinking there. Okay, I smell regret. I smell AO pie.
Stanky.
Maddie, did you hear what she said? Of course, we're big fans of Kai Omega, of course. Since that's what you are. And Maddie is.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a good one.
We got to put that one on the barrel, on the list here. Foundation. I'm already lit. It's ridiculous. Chip says WWE. Paul Bear was actually a really clever name. He's rubbing his dick on the floor again, isn't he? Mike says, did Michigan fans' hockey sweaters cause them to lose? I heard the big chat was at the game the other night. Well, the other night, it's like a week ago. A lot of Michigan fans wear their sweaters to basketball games, which is kind of weird, right?
Yuck.
Be like wearing FIMU letters to a Kyle formal or something. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe not as bad as that. But whatever. Madison says, Courtney with an I, disrespectful, hashtag pan love. I don't know what that means.
Because I was making, because you said it smells like AO pie, and I said, skank.
Blake says, I stuck with the Blues in my team. Even when Gretzky and Hull moved on, I forgot that Wayne Gretzky played for the Blues.
I forgot that too.
Of course, I knew Brett Hull did, but I forgot Gretzky was there for like 1 year or whatever. It's all part of it. This foundation, this is available pretty widely now. We got this again in Columbus. I think our friends in Georgia can certainly find this. Our friends in Alabama, probably not. Friends in Mississippi, you've got a shot if you go to High Cotton in Oxford or up in Memphis, which may not be Mississippi because I think that's all the branch technically, but it's right over the border.
Just right there.
So our friends in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Georgia definitely should not have too much trouble finding this, of course, in our state.
Yes.
It's always a problem. Let's see. Runner24 says, did not realize Gretzky spent a minute in St. Louis. He did, absolutely. There's no doubt. T-Roy Tiger is here with us. Just 13 up in here. We're actually up to 14,000.
Ooh, wow.
And we're glad to have you, T-Roy.
Big night.
Madison says pan love means pan-Hellenic love.
Yes,
Courtney.
I know that. That's why I knew that's what that meant.
I thought you meant pan like...
No, I knew it meant pan-Hellenic love.
From straight to not straight. I don't know. This is solid.
It's good. It's got a mild burn, like it's a lasting mild burn. A pleasant mild burn though.
Pleasant mild burn.
Yes.
I feel like we talk about burn too much.
I would say, well, first of all, 100 proof. I would have thought this was hotter than that.
Okay.
I would definitely have thought it was hotter.
I think this is 100 proof. Yeah. I mean,
But,
it tastes 100 proof to me.
Really?
It's kind of sweet. It's got a lingering sweet. This will be a good starter bourbon, I think, because it's not too hot. It doesn't punch you in the dick. Well, it wouldn't punch you in your dick because that'd be a hard one. But,
Yeah.
Or punch you in your whatever the corresponding. What would you say?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, Maddie's asking about legs. There ain't no legs really on this. Not much.
Nah, I'm not seeing many
Not
legs,
much.
Madison.
Not very thick. He's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty thin. I mean, when you're drinking, it's pretty thin too. I really don't need to be drinking a lot tonight. Like, if I'm going to get Ole Miss drunk, at least you're actually on the air with me this time, which is probably a step forward. T-Roy Tiger says, the legs are shaved, Maddie. Can we get a laugh on that? Good God, that's worth a laugh, I
That's
think.
funny.
That's pretty funny, man. Laugh. There we go. Let's see. Chip says, I always lived that the New Jersey Devils had a player named Shatan, I believe. Yes, that is good. Brandon J says, I'm going to punch you in your ovaries. Yep, right in the baby maker. Quote, Ron Burgundy.
Yes. Oh, Ron Burgundy.
What was it that Crystal told us? Like, she says, why do you always talk about big balls? Why can't it ever be big labia? Or I don't know.
It was of steel.
Labia of steel?
Yeah, I think that was you.
Labia of steel?
I think you came up with that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
She's pretty big on that. So is it time to do a review on this, Courtney? A number?
Yeah. And our height is 4, right? 4 charcoal briquettes.
Yes, 4 charcoal briquettes would be the absolute top. So if I was rating women I've been married to, you would get a 4, no doubt.
Oh, that's sweet. Out of all the women you've been married to?
Yep.
Oh,
you get a 4, no doubt about it.
He's still on his starter wife, y'all.
I would say that among all the Coyotes at Transylvania University.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's really nice.
1992.
Yes.
All right, here we go, Courtney. Time for you to debut your grade.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, I think
Did
it's
not
good.
see that coming. I was going to go 3 flat.
I think it's good.
So Courtney gives it a 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay gives it a 3 flat. To me, starter bourbon. Not enough complexity. Kind of like.
Not very complex, but.
Maybe you like me because I'm not that complex, you know? I am pretty straightforward. I'm easy to understand. Daniel P. Says, Jay, I know you patronize the bottle shop. Have you been to Cheers since they opened last year?
Oh, have not.
There's
we might have to check that out.
Option in Columbus. I have not. We've been to another Columbus spot.
Can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, it didn't have the name Cheers though.
No,
it was something like lame. It was like Columbus Liquor or something like that. Yeah, it wasn't
something famous.
But it was good.
Cheers. No, that's an easy one to remember. So
yeah,
I'll have to check that out next time we're over there.
They named that after a show, I think. Norm. Woody.
Norm.
What was Woody's character's called name? Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Blake says, my wife bought me a charred oak wood bourbon glass for our anniversary, and I love it. I really want to see what that looks like.
That's really cool. Wow.
Blake, can you text me and let me put that on the show?
That's cool. I like that.
A charred oak wood bourbon glass. Sounds fucking badass. Cool. So is it actually wood?
Well, I'm assuming it's around a glass, though, right? Like the glass would sit inside of it.
That's really cool.
That sounds really cool.
Runner24 says, cheers, where everybody knows your name. Yep. He's familiar with that. Absolutely. When I met Courtney, one of the things I liked about you when I first met you is that you knew about Cheers. Like, because girls don't.
Why would you care? Because you didn't watch it?
I know, but like I knew that was a guy show, and the fact that you knew about it was intriguing to me.
Well, it's because Kirstie Alley always looked kind of a little like my sister in that time.
She did. She did.
The big hair. Yeah.
I would agree. That wasn't the number one reason I liked you. The number one reason I liked you because of your ass.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, nice ass.
Thank
you haven't. Yeah.
His name was Woody on the show.
Daniel Peace is there on US 27 in North Columbus. Because the bottle shop's kind of in North Columbus too, but this might be a little further north. We're going to keep an eye on that, Daniel P, and I appreciate the suggestion on that.
Yeah, well, I'll take
Runner 24 says Woody Harrelson's name on the show
was Woody. So that's pretty easy.
He could stay in character pretty easily on that one. Although he would actually, now that you kind of get a feel for what Woody's like, the character was a little different on the show. I mean, he was a little spacey, but he wasn't like high, right? He wasn't like a marijuana enthusiast.
No, he was just more like a dumb blonde.
I'm not sure I ever watched a full episode of Cheers in my life. Unless it was maybe the last one. I think we watched the last one together.
Yeah, I watched that.
I never watched the Seinfeld episode from start to finish.
Yeah, we didn't watch that.
It just wasn't my shit, man.
Yeah.
Mike says Jay's getting lit. Jay may already be lit. Yes. I mean, she took me to the pool and fed me old Granddad 114, and she looks great in her hot pink suit today. So
Shut up.
I was a little excited.
Shut up.
When I get excited, I like to drink. Chip says, Blake, does that glass exist in 2 planes of reality simultaneously? One is wood and one as glass. I really want to see this.
Yes.
I'm very interested. And Runner24 says, you missed out. It was so good. Talking about Cheers, the show. Okay, so we've got our first.
We got our first one down. What's up next?
We're gonna go with the New Year. Now, the New Year got a little backstory on this one.
This was a gift, wasn't it?
No, I don't.
No.
Or maybe it was.
Andrew gifted us one. Oh, we finished that whole bottle, didn't we? That he gave us.
Yeah, we cashed that bitch
I think
out.
that was me. That was my problem.
I actually bought this one on a recommendation from Sir D. Lucky, who
Okay.
was up in Detroit a couple years ago. The legend himself from the bunker, and also the brain drain D. Lucky, also our D. Lucky suite is named after him in our house. He snagged one of these in Detroit, and I think it was the 22 version, and he was like, "This is so good, you need to get some." So when I had an opportunity to snag some, I did, and by God, I absolutely loved it.
It is good.
This is the New Year 23, so this is a little bit older. Blended in Kentucky. I want you to look on the back of this bitch and see how many states are represented on the.
You're gonna have to do it because I don't have my glasses on.
So on the back of the barrel bottles, and Blake, I need you to listen to this, Blake. I take that back, Blake. I don't need you to listen to it. I thought it was MD. It's MO. It says distilled in Tennessee, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Wyoming, New York, Texas, and no, I take it back. It is Maryland, Blake. On second thought, it is Maryland.
Wow.
I didn't even know it was a Maryland bourbon. So this is distilled in 8 states. Come on, man. That's too much, right? That's too much.
That's a lot of mixture.
That's almost too much. That's
a
like
lot
some
of mix
bullshit.
up.
You're like, just perfect. And you're like, I only needed 3 really, but we just threw some other shit in there.
There's a little mixture up in there.
Blake gives us a little more insight on his
Oh, it's
glass.
all wood.
All wood. So I guess it's not technically a glass, but the box it came in, it called it a glass. Blake,
Okay.
the ruling here on the bourbon blend is
Glass.
we'll take it as a glass.
Mm-hmm.
If Miss Courtney says a glass, and by God it is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Madison says Andrew did get you the New Year for y'all though. I think he got us a different one and we cashed it out already, Matt.
Oh my God. Yeah, we did that. We cashed that out.
I think we pounded that.
Because remember, I was off that week between
Fuck yeah,
Christmas
remember?
and New Year's, and yeah, we just enjoyed it.
Yeah, we said out. Okay, so how does this compare and contrast what we had earlier, Miss Courtney? Again, blended in Kentucky, it's 8 states worth of bourbon. No age statement, which is what NAS stands for. 113 proof, so it's got a little bit more pump
See,
on
it's
it.
funny to me because it tastes less proof than higher. Not as high of proof as the last one, but it's higher. So I like it. It's very smooth. I don't know. You know, everybody always wants to know, oh, I feel chestnut. I taste chestnuts roasting on an open fire and skiing through the Alps. Like I'm just not that kind of person. I like it or I don't like it. And I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one too. What is going on here? Trying to understand what she's saying. Move the comments up above the label. So like there, Maddie.
Okay. I would say it is.
This tastes like chocolate to me.
It's sweet.
Do you get chocolate at all?
I don't get chocolate. But I get like.
Oh, I'm digging this, man. We haven't. This was. Check this out. This was because you got the barrels out today.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the way in the back in the ice.
Oh, okay. Ice
thingy.
bucket?
Ice bucket, yeah. It was in the ice bucket.
But we've had it. We can't have had it. We could not have had it that long as it's a 23, so.
I know, but I mean, we haven't touched it in a year, I'd say. This is amazing.
This is good.
This is really good. That just tastes like chocolate to me. That's fucking good, man.
Okay, I don't get chocolate. I get something sweet. Maybe a little
O-Tag is with us here.
Maybe a little syrup of some sort, like a little honey. A little honey, maybe.
Ooh, I could see a little honey.
A line of honey.
Like a smoky honey? Is there such a thing?
Yeah, like a smoked old-fashioned honey, Jay.
Run 24 says walnut and car exhaust is a classic combo for sure.
For sure, definitely.
That sounds like a lot of winning going on there, Runner.
Sounds
Like
delicious.
on the fucking stock market today. There was a lot of winning.
Oh my God.
Goose Flat says, JGT, I recently went in an ABC store looking for some...
Barrel, I guess he said.
Barrel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have barrel in there. They have usually, I'm trying to think. They usually have what they call an annual, well, the regular release, which I think is 36 right now. And they usually have Seagrass. They have like, what are the other ones? The
I
really,
can't.
the really light
I
colored
don't know
one.
the answer to that question.
There's like 4 or 5 that they usually have. It's not one of the ones that we're usually drinking on. Oh, Goose Flat continues to say Buffalo Trace, and they didn't have it. That surprised me. It's been more available here lately. So I'm sorry you didn't have a chance to get
stinks.
that, bro. Blake says, is Jack Frost nipping at your nose while you taste the chestnuts on an open fire? Courtney?
Yes, definitely.
This is freaking amazing. I'm giving this
really
one a
good.
high grade right here. Oh, what happened there?
I'm gonna have to go back on. Can I change for earlier?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Okay, I need a 3.25 on earlier.
On the foundation?
Yeah, I
oh
had
wow.
a 3.5. Now we give this a 3.5.
Oh wow. Okay.
I like this one better.
So Snortney gives it a 3.5, and J.G. Tate.
Jay likes it
You may
better,
know.
and so he gives it a 3.75.
3.75, which is I think one of the highest grades I've given a bourbon. So is he gonna piss in there?
No. Who, the dog?
Yeah.
No.
I want to talk about Blake.
He's just right there. Maverick, what are you doing? He's just sniffing.
Otag is also here with us. He says, hello, Blend fam. I'm so glad you're here, Otag. Tell my dog to quit rubbing his dick on the floor.
He's right here. He's just saying hi. Look, he's right there.
The highest grade I've given a bourbon was
4.
Peerless Toasted. I gave a straight 4. I also gave Bardstown Disco 11 a 3.75, and I gave this a 3.75. Miss Courtney's highest grades to this point, she has not given a 4.0
no,
yet.
I haven't had one yet.
She's a school marm by trade, and she's a school marm on this show.
Waiting. Hi, Maverick.
You gave the Peerless Toasted a 3.75. And a 3.5 would be your next best right here, Miss Courtney. Boy, you're a tough grader.
I am. It's gonna go down my throat really easily.
You've been married to me for 28 years, and you gave me a 2 out of 10.
No, I did not.
All right, 2 out of 5.
Not true.
That's what you told me.
Fibber.
Mike says, I bought a bit more NVIDIA today, and if it drops more, gonna repeat.
Oh.
Can we give me a price check on NVIDIA? Because is it around 100 at this point? Honestly, I wasn't paying. I'm going to be honest with you, Mike, dude. Today, I was just kind of chilling. Okay, so 101.8 is where it closed today. Down 8%.
Yowzers.
I know people's stock market portfolios are like their fantasy teams. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Everybody had a rough day.
Me and Courtney were down 7.25% today. I am not ready to buy anything yet. And I didn't sell anything either. I'm just hanging. I'm holding what I got.
Hold all your cards close to the chest.
My financial advisor, I was messaging him this morning, and he said, hold what you got. Let's just give it some time to kind of work itself out, and I'm on board with that. If I was buying anything, though, I would definitely be buying ass tits. Because the answer for me is always buy ass tits if it's below 22. And ride it up to about 32, sell it, ride it back down to 22, buy it, go up to 32, sell it. It happens. Okay. I'm telling you guys, book it. All right, we're moving on. Maddie, your daughter. Our daughter? Your daughter. Maverick is assaulting my bedroom floor. Madison, this is a studio now.
That's right. Okay? Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, Maddie's bedroom is gone bye-bye. Runner24 says, starting a GoFundMe for my next bottle of bourbon. Thanks to today. Which bottle? Which bottle was he thinking?
It doesn't matter. He just has to have it to buy even the old granddad.
Old granddad.
Today was rough for lots of folks.
Yeah, today is.
Anyway, well, moving right along. We need to try another bourbon, Jay.
It's going to be okay. We love America. Runner24 loves America. I love America.
America.
President Trump loves America. He's just doing what he thinks is best for all of us to come out ahead.
Are we doing the
All
Amber on
right.
it?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We are not. We're going to go to Vantage.
Okay.
That's, I think, the lowest one on the group there.
Okay.
This is Barrel Vantage. We snatchified this at the ABC allocation 2 years ago, I believe. As you can see there. He's doing it again.
Maverick.
It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys finished in Mizorana, French, and toasted American oak. So this is going to be finished, whereas the other ones weren't.
So I'm typically going to like this better.
You typically like finished bourbons more.
I like a finished bourbon, typically.
I want to read a little bit on the back here, Miss Courtney.
Why don't you do that?
If you don't mind.
Why don't you do that, Jay?
This is based on bourbon that's distilled in Indiana, so that's MGP. Tennessee, which is probably Dickel. And Kentucky, which is usually Beam, I think it was. Probably. Remember old boy at BBC was like, blink twice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's usually Beam when it's Kentucky. It says it's a bourbon dedicated to the arts of barrel selection and blending.
Wow. Sounds fancy.
It's a blend of straight bourbons finished in 3 distinct types of virgin oak that highlights toasted notes in the elegant. Oh, that's bullshit.
That sounds like a lot of words. A lot of verbs and
lot
words.
of words. Just get to the fucking point if you don't mind. Chip says, I'm beginning to think this dong rubbing is a learned behavior. He picks up on this stuff, JGT.
I know, it's important. I asked Jay to please stop doing this. It's embarrassing for when we do this over. Or, you know, we're live on the internet.
All right. Barrel Vantage. I'm trying to think. We've seen this in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely allocated in our state, but God, what isn't? I think our friends in Florida would be able to find this. Friends in Mississippi, I don't know. Friends in Tennessee got at least a 50% chance to find this, maybe. And our friends in Georgia, pretty damn good shot. Georgia's a good place to buy bourbon, I think.
This is good.
Now, this is finished.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is super sweet. This is like candy bar
Yeah.
sweet here.
I don't know about candy bar. Anybody that says a bourbon is like candy. The only one I've ever thought that was the Penelope Rio. That was super sweet.
God, that's the sweetest bourbon we've ever had.
But it's not candy bar sweet. This is it is finished and it is sweeter.
There's the Penelope Rio. So that is literally like eating a candy bar while you're drinking bourbon, right? We are amazed this is not flavored.
Yes.
But it says on here it's not. It says bourbon whiskey. And if you're bourbon whiskey, you cannot be flavored. So
You have to get the flavor from the wood.
Again, Penelope Rio. But this would be the next best thing if you're into that. And this is a lot less sweeter. A lot less sweet. Yes. But good.
Yep, it is good. I like it.
This to me would be like not a beginner bourbon, but it'd be the second level bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Second level bourbon.
Second level bourbon for sure.
Because it's sweet. It's kind of got a nutty nose, Courtney. I taste some nuts on here, maybe some walnuts.
I don't know about. I'm gonna say pecans. Pecans.
Oh my goodness! Look who's showed up. Ravin is here. Says what blenders means what up. Coming to you live from Clearwater Beach, Florida.
Wow! Look at him.
He's actually. I've been very coy about what Ravin does for a living.
Okay,
so I'm trying to protect his anonymity.
Right.
But.
Okay, you don't need to say but. Just leave it at that.
I was gonna say he could be a bikini tester.
Tester?
Yeah, he makes sure that they're testing it and they look fine. But that's probably not what it actually is.
A test.
Could he be a quality manager for a Swedish
Quality
bikini
control?
team? Quality control for the Swedish bikini team.
Oh, I don't think that pays.
Could Ravin do that job?
I don't think that pays in money. I think it
could.
just pays in eye candy.
It pays in Bitcoin and Palladium,
Nice.
which will come up later in the show.
Oh
The safe
God.
word is Palladium. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Maddie wants to know: are you beaching it? I thought it was for sure was going to be bleaching it. Otag says, "Very nice, Ravin." Otag loves being out there. Of course, he's into orange anal orange taffy like anal goo. Mike says, "How's the surf down there, Ravin?"
Surf.
Chip says, "Ravin, that's a nicer part of Florida than that Panhandle town." And Ravin says, "You know it, Maddie Tate, because he was asking earlier if he was beaching it."
All right.
Maddie says she
This
was
is
there over
tasty.
spring break. Did you know that? I thought she was in Tampa, but Clearwater is basically the same, I guess.
Yeah.
I am still following the Clearwater Twitter page that I followed when
Why?
we went there for the bowl game, because I met the girl who actually ran it at the time. I'm sure she's long gone now. They
Was
still
she
do a good
cute or
job.
something?
No, she was just energetic, I guess.
Okay.
And she reminded me of Allie.
Okay.
And somebody else is running it now, I'm sure. She probably moved on.
Gotcha.
Still do a good job, though. Good pictures.
All right, that's pretty tasty now.
This is good, man. Barrel they do a good job.
They do a good job. They're so proud of them.
So this one, to me, this has more like citrusy sweet to me. This is not chocolate at all. This is like citrusy sweet.
Okay, well, I'm going up.
Oh,
like
my
This is
whoa.
375. This is good. This is good. I like this.
Is this Rob Cartwright good?
Rob Cartwright's like a 2.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, about 2 inches maybe.
Exactly.
Is this Vantage? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says on the screen there, Jay, dumbass. All right, Courtney gives it a 3.75. Listen to this, man. Miss Courtney is a notoriously hard grader. She gives 3.25, 3.5, and 3.75 for for the 3 barrels tonight.
Mm-hmm.
This is really high praise.
Yeah, it is. I like it. They're good stuff.
I'm gonna give this.
They do a good job.
I'm giving this a 3.5.
Okay.
And I think that's really good. This is good bourbon. It's crazy. They're like the Eurythmics, where like it's such different tastes, but it's still really good. You know.
Hey, Norman showed up tonight.
Oh,
Thank
Norman
you.
C.
Look
Last
at
name
you.
redacted.
No, his name's right there.
Oh.
Hey, Norman.
All right. This is hello all heading to North Reddington Beach between Clearwater and St. Pete in June for our honeymoon.
Oh, exciting.
Honeymoon time.
Yay.
Yeah, that's a good time right there.
Nice.
One of the things you got to do on your honeymoon is
enjoy the beach.
I'm going to finish. I'll let somebody else finish that. Rona24 says, so Raven is an actual Swedish bikini model. Got it. Let's give a DJ air horn for that. Raven, yeah, Swedish bikini model. I like that. Chip says, isn't Chiz from the Clearwater? He's definitely from that area. There's no doubt about it. One of our, I think it was Baggy, interviewed his mom back years ago, and she said that he was a rascal.
A rascal. I love it.
She referred to her son, Gene Chiswick, as a rascal.
I love that.
Norman says, we're hoping there will be a Ross Dress for Less around.
Nope. Sorry. There might be a Ross, though. There might be a Ross. But even if, you are definitely classing it up if you're going to Ross. Definitely.
If they didn't think, obviously it's a central tenet of everything they're doing because it's on the sign, right?
Right. I got it. I understand what you're saying. I appreciate your input. But it's Ross.
If it says Chipotle Mexican Grill, would you call it Chipotle Mexican Grill?
No, I call it Chipotle.
But the stock symbol is CMG.
I don't care what the stock symbol is. I'm saying what anybody
that's funny.
Normal
you cared when we
it.
made money on it last summer.
It only matters what everybody calls it. I call it Chipotle just to be irritating. So.
Raven says, at Norman, congrats. Tear it up.
Tear it up.
He says, the guy says he's going on his honeymoon and he says, tear it up. What do you think he's referencing?
He's talking about tearing up the beach.
The beach.
The beach is not going to meet anything quite like them.
Which is what Raven is doing.
Definitely.
So Barrel Vantage at $80 a bottle. Mm-hmm. That's pretty damn good.
It's tasty.
We said that the New Year's was more like 90. And each year they come out with a new New Year's. So the current one's probably going to be the 24, right?
25?
We saw
New Year's 25.
We saw it in Columbus and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
I made a mistake there. But that doesn't necessarily mean it'll be good every year.
Gotcha.
Chip says, Runner24, have you come to the OBA for the full Raven experience?
No, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It wasn't a question. It was a statement.
You need to come.
You have to come to the OBA for the full Raven experience. We get the full Raven experience by him staying with us. Well, he has in the past at our Airbnb or whatever, Verbo. Mm-hmm. And we get to hang out with Miss Raven, who's...
That's right. Cool people. Cool
an absolute legend.
Yes.
That she has to put up with his ass.
Exactly.
Raven says bikini durability is very important. The more fragile, that's an Italian word. Mm-hmm. The more fragile, the better. Mm-hmm. What do you think about a fragile bikini, Courtney?
Most of them are
fragile.
There's not a lot of holding them together, so I would probably describe them as fragile.
Runner 24 says, Chip, I know it's a tricky commute, though, but always consider the possibility when it presents. So Runner 24 is from the United States Northeast.
So that would be quite a commute.
Yeah, he couldn't jog that.
Yeah, that would be tough.
He couldn't run that. I guess he could.
That'd be tricky.
The comedian Stephen Wright says, everything is within walking distance if you have enough time.
Thank you for that, Jay. I feel very enlightened.
Mike says, honest question, is Chiz overly criticized by hobbies or does he deserve it? I vote for the former. Mm-hmm. I'm not the right guy to answer that question because I'm not a Chiz fan. I've never liked Gene. Fan. He was a dick to me when he was a coordinator. He was a dick to me when he was a head coach, and I thought he was overrated, and I thought he was an asshole. I said it. I thought his wife, Jonna, was a much higher quality person, as I've said before about some other people.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gus. And, I just didn't like Gene. So I'm not a good person to answer that question. Chip says, so are these bottles easily had in Alabama, correct? The Vantage is a allocated bottle. But we got this when we showed up at like 2:00 on allocation day, just like randomly rolled in there. And they said, come and get whatever's left. And it was still there. So, but if you're in Georgia or Florida, Chip, I think you could find this not every day, but like it's somewhat regularly. Yeah. Can I get some more lip balm?
Of course, Jay. Let me get you some lip balm.
I forgot about our special.
Oh my God. Look at this.
I need to see the basketball.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's story time.
Story time.
One of my friends, let me see that bad boy. One of my friends, this is a Auburn basketball signed by Bruce Pearl. You can see Bruce Pearl. It says 2022 SEC champions War Eagle. All right, Bruce Pearl. One of my friends back a few years ago from the Ole Miss site, Jason, I believe is his name, sent me this basketball and a care package of Auburn shit. Okay, this is, again, it's been a few years. And he said, I bought this at a charity fundraiser, and you're the only Auburn person I know. I wanted to send it to you as a gift, right? I don't really want to do that as a gift. So I told him at the time, I'm not going to take this as a gift. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to auction it off on the bunker, and we're going to raise money for the charity that you bought this from to start with, right? Because he's already given them money for this. So I thought we could raise money and give them even more money. It's for a ovarian cancer charitable trust in the name of a young lady, an Ole Miss girl who passed away at she was like 20. I mean, I don't know how old she was, but I've seen a picture of her and she was very young. In fact, let me go ahead and share the picture. This is from the actual event that went down. It was Bailey's Battle for a Cure where he bought this. And he went to this thing, and she passed away from ovarian cancer, which is insane to me.
Ovarian cancer at that age.
Like, she's like, what, 18 to 20? Ugh. Like, what the hell? So anyway, I was thinking about auctioning this. One way or another, we got to get some money for Bailey's Battle for a Cure on this bad boy.
Yes.
I don't know. Whatever you guys think we ought to do. Should I put this on the bunker?
I think you need to put it on the bunker tomorrow. It's a 24-hour deal.
And say
before whoever has the big game.
Whoever has the highest bid.
And whoever has the highest bid wins it and gets it next week.
Okay.
There you go. It's pretty simple.
I mean, I got...
and all the money goes to Bailey's Battle for a Cure.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, it definitely goes to the Small Cell Ovarian Cancer Foundation.
Is that what it is?
Is what it says right there. Yeah,
there you go.
It's a 501c3 charity. So I promised him that I would get that done. At the time when he sent this, Auburn wasn't that great, as I recall. Like 23 season, they weren't that good. And so I was like, I'm going to wait until they're really good. Well, now they're good.
Now they're good.
Obviously going to the Final Four. So I'm open to whatever. I'm taking options. I ran this by D Lucky earlier, and he seemed a little like, I'm not sure what to do about this. I'm kind of running it by you guys. I don't know if you guys.
I think it's a great idea, and there'll be a starting bid, and it'll go up from there, and it'll be all there right in front of everybody, and we will have you pay by Venmo and be done with it, and we will send it off and then send all of that money flow to the charity. I think it's a great idea. It'll be a quick thing, and
okay, there we go.
Great idea.
We're going to do that. Just want to let you guys see that so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. Yep. And I just want to do right by.
Show you his ball.
I want to do right by him because I promised him I was going to do that, and it's not really that I forgot about it. It was more like I was just waiting for the team to get good enough to where I thought it would bring a little bit more money.
They're good enough this year.
Yeah, they're good enough.
They've done a good job this year.
Chip said Mrs. Chip's mom got by ovarian cancer.
Ugh. Yuck.
That's probably a thing that's close to your heart then.
Yep.
So let's see. Chip says Rejects bought that bourbon glass signed by BP for $1,500 a few years back, and it was soiled with Harson Sig as well. Rejects, by the way, funny. Rejects, though you guys may not pay attention, but Rejects is on the bunker. You've met Rejects, his wife is a red-haired girl. That guy's a fucking badass. Like, he is so incredibly generous. He's a friend of the site. He's a friend of Auburn. He's plays a very important role in a lot of recruiting stuff that goes on. So that guy's a fucking stud, if anybody cares. Blake thinks that's an awesome idea. I'm fired up about that. Call me Biscuit, my man. It's an exclusive basketball option for bourbon blend viewers only.
Wow, it would be really competitive now. You know, all
124, our pragmatic man says, be careful. A lot of dumb posts / fake bids you cannot cash out via the bunker.
Well,
I don't know if people would actually do that.
Well, if they do, if that's the case, then we just hang on to it and do it again. We wouldn't.
I mean, a girl that died of ovarian cancer, we're going to mock that? Like,
Well,
Not mock it, but
if
you
they
know
do,
what I mean.
it's very simple. They no longer belong to the bunker. It's pretty simple. If you come in and fake that out and do that kind of crap, then there's no reason for you to be posting on the bunker.
Chipper says, awesome way to donate the taste.
think it's a
No,
great
that's
idea.
all him.
Yep.
Because he sent that to me and said, hey, it's my gift to you. This is before I signed off permanently from rebelgrove.com. But by the way, it's been a year. I've not signed in over there.
Good.
And I told him I was going to raise that money like I promised him. So there you go.
I
Just
love
want
it.
to pass that away. What you want to go to photos or what?
We're
Or
gonna
do you
do
want to
bourbon
do
news.
first thing, Daniel Locke
Mm-hmm.
gifted
job,
us this
Daniel.
Rebel 100 and thank you very much. Do we need to sip this?
No.
Okay.
We have another bottle of that open. Don't we?
Okay.
Okay, well, go ahead. Let's
That
go
was
ahead and
our-
have a. We will go ahead and have a toast. Break it open, Jay. Give it to me. Give me that shit stuff.
Daniel, by the way, is one of our 3 reporters that are in San Antonio right now. Daniel got in this afternoon. He flew
Can't hide
in.
money, Jay.
He flew in with a bunch of Florida fans, unfortunately. He said
Oh,
his,
that's awful.
He said his flight was full of Florida fans.
That sounds terrible.
Stoltze went like 2 days ago, and then
BMAT made
BMAT drove.
BMAT made it there in
I
his
don't-
like Flintstone.
BMAT didn't feel comfortable flying right now. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bud.
hey.
I'm sorry, bud. Do you want to say hi to the people?
No.
Come here. Oh, there he is.
Look at him. Oh, look how much he loves his daddy.
Look up here. Say hi to everybody.
Look how much he loves his daddy. Oh, he loves his daddy. He's a good boy.
I'm a chunky pug is what I
You
is.
good boy.
Mm.
He's a good
Right on the
boy.
cruise.
You good boy. Oh, look at the good boy.
Say hey everybody. I love bourbon. Do you want come here? You want to smell some bourbon? What do you think? What does it smell
No,
like?
no, you're
All
not
right, get out.
interested.
Well, are you good?
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
There we go.
All right, Rebel 100. Daniel,
Thank you, Daniel.
Daniel L. Last name
Good job.
redacted.
Smart guy to bring the boss bourbon.
Well, that was pretty cool, actually. Did you do a popgasm?
I'm sorry?
Ravin called it a popgasm. Did you do it?
Oh, I did not. I'm
Let's see.
sorry.
Can you try it again?
I have to try it again. Hold on.
Shh!
Wait.
Shut up, y'all.
Oh, it wasn't very big. I'm sorry.
I heard that.
Wait. That was okay.
Sounded pretty good.
It's not a very thick cork. I like it a little thicker. But I love free bourbon, so thank you.
Runner24 says, when Maverick is sitting up here with me, it's the only 2 minutes when he's not rubbing his junk on the carpet.
Perhaps that sweater. I don't know. Maybe he left a spot on Jay's sweater.
Pocket is with us tonight.
Yes.
Says Blake, have missed you in Birdwatchers game stream. Kevin and Zach react post game. Birdwatchers. Wait, what? What are we talking about? And then he just says off to a rough start. What am I missing, bro?
It's okay.
Chip says, Ravin, those bourbon glasses raised like 4,000 for St. Jude's. I was hoping for a few hundred. Was crazy. I do remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
That's awesome.
Mike says BMAT is pragmatic, spend travel costs on booze and big San Antonio women.
He's not on either one of those,
I
really.
I did make BMAT what I make him, but I asked him to drink with me one time, and he drank a little bit of Jim Beam with me. Like, I'm talking like an ounce while I was pounding it.
Yeah.
He's not a drinker at all.
No.
He and his wife, Yvonne, will drink a little bit, but
That's not their cup of tea.
yeah, it's not their thing. And he is definitely not into big San Antonio women. He's into Yvonne.
Yes.
Like, that guy is more into his wife than anybody I know.
Yes.
And I'm really into you.
I like you too.
But he is real into Yvonne, I'm telling you that. Blake jumps in to say, yeah, Pocket, the game times and stream times just ain't been lining up in my schedule early. Oh, he's talking about the Orioles. Pocket Watch says, I'm talking about Orioles. My fellow O's fan, Blake R. And also, Caleb Jones, our outstanding recruiting writer, is an Orioles fan as well. I'm not sure why, but he is. He watches like every game.
What did you do in Baltimore, Jay?
Hold on. Kaduman says, when Kaduman shows up, please give him a hard time for forgetting. Kaduman, where are you? What did I do in Baltimore? Hung out with J-Dub? No. JB?
When you went to an Orioles game.
Oh, I booed Cal Ripken Jr.
Yes, you did.
I booed the shit out of him. I don't even know why I did it because I didn't hate him or
You're
nothing.
just being a douche.
But I was in the Philly section. We were in the Philly section. We were safe as a baby. There was no problem because somebody turned around and was like, "The fuck you saying?" And then some more Philly fans go, "What the fuck do you think he was saying?" And I was like, "I'm good." Boo. Mike says Gunner hasn't even played yet. Talking about Gunnar Henderson, the outstanding infielder for the Orioles, who's from Selma.
Ah,
Played at Morgan Academy there in Selma, and he was an Auburn signee as well, so we love him. And he was the celebrity N at one of the basketball games earlier this year.
how about that?
Chip says, I always thought those Cal Jr. era Orioles unis were legit. The gray, maybe with the black and orange lettering. Yeah. I don't know. It's a great stadium, though. It's called Camden Yards. Do you want to try any
of these other two that we brought up here? I brought up here?
The Seagrass, which is going to be the blue and green one.
We tried that one.
It's pretty good.
This one, apparently, we already had that.
No, we hadn't had that one.
We did not.
The Amberana. So I'll be interested to see what you think about that one. Maybe I'll skip that one.
Okay.
This one's going to be similar to the Rio. It's going to be super, super sweet. Let's see. Blake says, that'll get you beat up here in Baltimore if you boo Cal Ripken Jr. It actually didn't when I did it in Baltimore, the one time I did it, Blake. But I don't know. I wouldn't do that now, bro. I was being a dick. I shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that.
Cal, well, no, because Cal's a good guy. And he
he liked to show up to work, so I'm happy with that.
What are you doing?
I was seeing what the ring camera was saying. Are you okay with that?
Oh.
At work?
Yeah, at work.
Okay. I mean, the man showed up to work.
Yeah, he did show up to work.
And that's
3,000 consecutive days or whatever.
Hard for people to do these days.
Pocket says I'm leaving in an hour or two. I'm guessing he's going to
San Antonio.
Hey, is there anyone going to San Antonio? Yeah. We could write a song about it.
You could write a song about it.
By the Texas Tornadoes. I am dying to see what you think about this Amberana. Now, me and Cut, I like it. Cuz thinks it's too sweet.
No, I like that. Oh. Got something on the end.
This is the first time we've had a bourbon where I'm not drinking it with her.
Molasses-y?
Yeah, it's real. It definitely brings it.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. I like that. I couldn't drink a lot of it, but I like it. It is sweet. Chipper
says Eddie Murray's fro under the batting helmet. Eddie Murray, of course, the outstanding first baseman / DH that played for the Orioles in his prime. Also played for the Dodgers. As runner 24 notes, looked better under his Dodger batting helmet. That's true. Ravin says, does anyone else know it's Eddie Murphy's birthday? I did not know that.
How about that?
Mike says, the reporters always ask, hey, Gunner, roll Tide or War Eagle, and he never fails to give the proper answer.
Correct answer, huh?
Yeah. He's from Selma, man. There ain't a lot of Bammers in Selma. I feel like that's an Auburn town.
Really?
Yeah. When I'm over there, I see a lot of Auburn stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's good. This is very sweet, though. It's like a dessert drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's tasty, though. I'm going to go ahead and add the Mizurana. And I'm going to give you, what are you going to give it? I didn't
Amberana.
Amberana. Thank you. Are you what? I know it's going to be a 3.
3.35.
No.
Yeah.
3.35.
I like it. It is good, but it would definitely be something I can only have after dinner. It's almost as sweet as like a bourbon cream kind of thing. So
give you some bourbon cream. Ravin says wife just saw the barrel bottle and asked if y'all were drinking the butthole store pick.
We can't find the butthole store pick, and I think that is because when we moved studios, I think we actually poured it out. I think it was like, I'm not taking the effort to pour this out. I mean, to haul this to another location. We just need to go ahead and let it burn the pipes.
Burn the pipes.
At that house, because it was terrible.
I wonder, honestly, it's not here. So I don't know where it could be.
It's got to be there. I mean, it's got to be gone. It's got to be down the drying.
Like, I know me, and I don't think I'm somebody who would pour it out because I would just use it to, like, beat my, like when I do something stupid, to, like, just beat my own ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I used to do that Rollins Creek that you bought.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, your brother-in-law bought it.
So Jay wants to share something with y'all, and I think it's really weird, but it's something that he needs to talk about so he doesn't have to talk about it in therapy.
Oh, this isn't therapy.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird.
I'm very particular about the hand lotion I use. I use oil of Olay.
Weird.
And when you buy the big bottle, the fucking, it has a squirt thingy. where you kind of
You just
pop it
sit
out.
there and pop it.
Well,
right,
the
Jay?
fucking straw or whatever you call it inside of it doesn't go to the bottom. How
Okay.
stupid is that? So this one I was using right here, the straw doesn't go to the bottom. It leaves this much, right? So when it stops pumping, I just cut it. See, this used to be a big ass bottle. I just cut it, and then there's like shit in here. Look, there's probably 3 weeks worth of lotion in here. So when I need, when I need some, I just get it right out of there.
It's just weird. He's weird. I
just cut it, and
I don't get it. It's weird looking. It looks like something that should be on the side of a porn set or something. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's funny you'd say that, Courtney, because
anyway.
I can't tell a story.
No. So yeah, no.
How are you going to talk about a porn set and then I can't tell a story?
No.
But I put a saran wrap around it, and then I put a hair tie from one of Courtney or Maddie's hair ties, so it like keeps it like sealed in there, and I can get 2 weeks out of that. 2 weeks.
Weird.
Included with the price.
It's something you need to talk about in therapy.
Canoeman is here. This is blending on the way to San
Nice.
Antonio, my man.
San Antonio.
So glad to have you. Ravin says lotion pump.
I know, right? Exactly. Need I say more?
Ravin,
It's weird.
Make her tell you the story about the lotion pump.
There's no lotion pump story.
No, it's not a lotion pump.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, that's weird. It kind of creeps me out. I kind of have issues with it. Yeah.
Runner 24 says less waste, slave the earth. I'm down with that. See what I mean?
That's great.
I don't know why
That's
Courtney.
great.
I don't even know why.
It's creepy. It reminds me of something from like, what is his name? Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Like he has to have like lotion right there. Gonna put the lotion on the skin. Like it's weird. It's weird.
I would fuck me.
Stop.
I would fuck me.
Gross.
Put the lotion in the basket. Anyway, this is crazy. A Biscuit says, same exact thought, Courtney. Leave that in your den table when people come over and never explain.
It's wrong. It's just wrong. Ooh, it's creepy.
Runner says, I wish Chip definitely for up something here unique in the near term. I don't know what he's talking about. Andrew!
Hey, Andrew Lynn, what up?
We love Andrew Lynn.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite tumblers of all time, without a doubt. And our event says, does someone have a lotion pump as a bunker handle? Ravin,
that would be a good one.
Ravin, you or Mrs. Ravin, make her tell you about this, because I think this is a great story.
It's not for broadcast.
And Chip says, JGT will make a nice coat one day, Courtney.
I know, right? I like them big.
No, she was a little bit of a bigger girl, wasn't she?
Are you playing the long play on this one, Jay?
No spoilers, Chip. That movie just came out. I think. Mike says it puts the lotion on skin or else it gets the hose again.
That's right.
My mother's a senator, you asshole. And then she says some stuff like that.
What's the dog's name?
Precious.
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 Don't you hurt my dog.
Oh, God, you sound just like him. Ooh.
I wish I could play Goodbye Horses on that.
No, don't play that. Ugh.
Ravin says, hey, we'll have to talk. You're going to love that story. Okay.
It's going to be a lot of bourbon.
We've got photos. We've got
Courtney's
Bourbon
Cornir.
News. And Bourbon News. You want to go to Bourbon?
What'd you say, Bourbon News?
Bourbon News. Bourbon News.
Bourbon News. Very important things going down this week.
Yeah.
Very important.
Can't wait.
So, when it says UK, that would be University of Kentucky's Institute for Distillery Spirits. Swear to God, this actually exists at the University of Kentucky. It is funded by James Beam. James Beam. It is the first student-created bourbon that's ever been released. So they are releasing a couple barrels in April. I want to pay to be in this class because that sounds really damn cool. It's going to be called Kentucky Wild Cask Bourbon.
Wild Cask.
Sorry. It's Wild Cask Bourbon. 13% 8-year rye, 20% 5-year wheat, and 39% 4.5-year wheat, because the 4.5-year wheat is going to be very different than the 5-year wheat, Jay.
Well, I mean, they're students.
Yes.
You know?
So anyway, it's going to be 100 proof, 2,500 bottles, and it's going to cost about $55.
Look at this. So Blake says,
pretty
boo, UK boo.
Oh!
But hold on, before we get going, Auburn owns the deed on UK basketball. Auburn broke UK basketball. Auburn got Calipari fired because they can't get away from him. Like, Auburn completely ruined Kentucky. And Auburn cockblocked them on Keyshawn Hall last night. Auburn is going to cockblock them again on fucking Flory Badunga if it goes down. I'm telling you, Kentucky hates Auburn because Auburn is their nightmare.
Because they're newbies to the game.
And I just look at UK as a sympathetic figure because all Auburn does is fucking shit on UK.
Listen, we're not talking about that basketball right now. We're talking about bourbon.
And we all love bourbon.
So, couple newbies coming out this month. Old Fitz is going to have a 7-year bottle of bond. And Penelope is going to have a Project X, which debuts this month, with just finished in sherry casks. So I'm probably going to be pretty interested in that one.
PX sherry casks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 112 proof. That sounds right in my wheelhouse. So interested in trying that one. Chip, not nice.
Cucks.
Not
That's
nice.
amazing, dude. We need to make that a t-shirt or
Not
something.
nice.
Cucks.
And this weekend, you know, for all us oldies that like a good journalistic story, 60 Minutes is going to have a story about cooperages. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting to see their take on it and what they have to say about that. So
I did a little reporting on this. I watched.
Oh my God.
No, I did. I watched they released a 1 minute preview video on the 60 Minutes segment. And they got this like older reporter who's like trying to be all super reportery, you know. He's like, the guy who's at the cooperage goes, "Stick your nose in there and smell that bad boy." And so the guy goes, "All right," and he puts his nose in there and he goes, "Why, that smells terrific." You know, and it was just like so like he was like
funny.
being super like formal.
That's nice.
I am looking forward to seeing this piece on the cooperages.
Yeah.
And it was like they framed it as one of the most interesting things is to watch a bourbon barrel, all the things it does in its life. And so it was kind of going through, just making them and filling them and what they do.
Yeah. So
and they end up finishing.
We're going to have to put that, we're going to have to notify ourselves to watch that because that sounds pretty interesting.
Blake says Kentucky Wild Cucks.
Y'all coming in hard for...
Well, it's because Auburn beat that ass and ruined them.
I understand. That's fine.
Ravin says MSRP on the Old Fits, I think it's around $100. And what I found a little bit of a misnomer on this one, Ravin, if you happen to see it, because I know sometimes you find some good shit down in Orlando, it's got a green label, which makes you think it's going to be rye, but it's not.
Interesting.
But it's.
I might pass by it then because I would think it was a rye.
Yeah, I think I would too. Otag says, I'm sure all the collectors around here will snatch up the Old Fits before I get my hands on any. That's sad. Our experience with the Old Fits has been very limited.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good, man. We got a flight of Old Fits.
Yeah.
And then Becky from across the street got some Old Fits in the allocation maybe 2 years ago. Yep. Shit was really good.
Good stuff.
Let's see. Mike says you are honored by the strength of your rivals. When Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina, etc. start dissing you, you have made it.
True. I give you that.
Dude, Auburn broke Kentucky. Absolutely broke them. And I look at them as a sympathetic figure the way I would Vanderbilt or Mississippi State football. Now. I mean, they're just little bitches.
Come on.
Like, they're the poor people. They're like when you look down on poor people.
All I have to say is, at least now they have a coach that the kids seem to at least kind of like. And
who? Mark Pope?
Yes.
Who gives a fuck about Mark Pope?
First of all, he did a good job in his first year. Okay? Why are you shaking your head? He did a good job in his first year. Better than that douchebag that we've had for
How did he do in his house when Auburn showed up?
Why are you...
Auburn went in dry and left them fucking...
give props where props are due.
Auburn came on their back and left.
Oh, Jesus.
And left her to be like this.
Oh,
like,
stop. Jay.
They got the fucking angry dolphin.
Anyway.
Thank
you so much.
It.
Okay, let's move along. We got pictures?
Look at this. Chip says even Hugh went in dry on Kentucky last fall. Football. I don't even know what that is. All right. Is it photo time, Miss Courtney?
Yes.
Thank you for the stuff here. The Penelope Project X, by the way, is in the picture here.
What?
This is the Project X bottles right here. So
no, it's not.
It literally says Penelope Project X on them. Courtney.
That's really what it's going to look like?
So this is... wow. No, I don't know that's going to have the signature on it, but I saw some pre-bottles and it looks similar to that. Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you mean no? What, did you think I was bullshitting you?
Yeah, I thought that might have been like from the lab or something. Like, Doesn't look like something that you would put on a shelf.
And I can't believe you think I would do you that way.
Well, anyway.
Hold on, Courtney. One more. Blake says Auburn stuck both thumbs in the poopa. That's actually not that far from the truth. All right, photo time. This one is mine. Courtney took me to a place called Five Below. Was it last weekend?
We did. We went to Five Below.
And this is a candy bar of Fruity Pebbles. Like, this looks like the worst thing you could possibly eat. Like, this
it
looks
kind
like...
of looks like Fred is wrapping his hands around a giant candy cock.
Yeah, this definitely looks like that.
Sorry.
I wouldn't put this in my mouth or my butthole. Like, no.
I love it. Made with Fruity Pebbles. Like, that's supposed to make you want to buy.
Like, this is probably 300 calories per bite. No. The answer is no. And I mean, I know I'm ugly and fat and cross-eyed, but I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole, man. And there's people buying this.
Obviously, or they wouldn't have it there.
So I like to include a picture every week of just something I would not eat that I saw. Moving on. Oh, I was going to say palladium. Our secret word for the week is palladium. This is my favorite coin, you guys. I came into possession of this. I came into possession of this somewhat recently, and it's a palladium reverse proof. PR70 is like the highest rating you can have. And I just fucking love this coin. I know it sounds stupid.
Yeah, it sounds stupid.
But I just look at this coin sometimes, and I just like spend time looking at it, and I'm like mesmerized. I'm kind of like doing that right now.
Jay, it's a coin, baby.
It's just like so pretty.
It's in plastic.
It's like so pretty and like shiny.
I could shine up a quarter real good for you, Jay.
I just absolutely love that coin. I just want to share that with you guys.
He's
all right,
a
moving
nerd.
on. I found this on this one I was leaving Voodoo the other day. This is on my GPS. The National Protection Agency for Potato Justice. This sounds like some shit that Chip would have put. So somebody would have had to gone on Google and somehow like register with Google as an official place, and then Google put it on their Google Maps. Is basically what happened here.
That's crazy.
Because this is like a place where Henry lives. This is like an apartment complex in Auburn. For the National Protection Agency for Potato.
That sounds like it was a drinking game and somebody lost, and one of their things was to try to get this on Google Maps.
And they succeeded. That's a
That's
W
funny.
right there. Courtney, this is for you.
Yes, so I roll up to my center and to work the other day, and as I'm walking up to the door, I'm like, what is that? There were 2 newspapers in little protective sheaths sitting at my door, and I'm like, what is this? I was in shock. Never seen them at work. So I opened it up, and the Montgomery Advertiser was literally 10 pages total. And the Wall Street Journal. So kind of interesting. I don't know if they were throwing them at businesses to try to get them to subscribe, but that wasn't happening here.
You see the price of this motherfucker? It's $5 for the Wall Street Journal for a Friday.
Yep. It's crazy.
Nah, these reporters need something, man. I mean, to pay them or whatever. But I spent 14 and a half years writing for the Montgomery Advertiser. Every time I see that, when I see that masthead, I'm just like, man, I missed that. Because, like, seriously, all my ambition, all I've wanted to be was a newspaper reporter. That's really what I really wanted to be. I feel like God put me on this earth to be a newspaper reporter, but newspapers kind of disappeared, didn't they?
It's paper iPad, right?
It's like a paper iPad, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, I got to look at this.
One thing that
and of course, the Montgomery Advertiser was like this small.
Yeah, I know.
Compared to the Wall Street Journal was a regular sized newspaper. But
I got a couple things that I don't like on this fucking Montgomery Advertiser head.
There's nothing on it.
Well, yeah, this fucking white space above the masthead is pissing me off. And then if you look at the Doge story, it's got 2, not even a sentence, it's 2 lines of the opening lead of the story until you move to the next column.
Jay, do you understand they're trying to fill space because they don't have anything?
Well, I know, but like it looks like ass. Like you need more than 2 lines.
They don't have anybody to write. If you notice, that's not
no,
even.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is they got too much space here.
Is that an advertiser person?
Yeah.
No,
it says Montgomery Advertiser USA Today Network.
But why would they be? Oh, okay, never mind. I got you. Anyway.
Runner 24 says, clearly God put you on this earth to drink bourbon.
That's right. That's what that is. I
wish I could do that. Mike says taxpayer money paid for that shiz. Is that true?
For what?
I don't know. OTAG says they used to do that to get people to subscribe.
I didn't think they did that anymore.
Yeah,
obviously I'm wrong.
Are cherry blossom blooms really gonna pull people in?
I don't know.
These are the conversations we used to have in the 90s.
Yes.
Like, hey, they'd be like, hey, this is what we're gonna go tonight. And I go, hey man, I don't know if cherry blossoms are gonna sell any fucking papers. And then people would be like, I absolutely believe the cherry blossoms will sell papers, Jay. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And then they, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck to say on that.
Yeah.
I'm so newspapers are so important to me. I don't subscribe.
I'm warm.
It's just so sad to me. Anyway, moving on. Before I start crying.
Oh, this is the perfect Sunday, right?
What
Sunday
does that mean? What does that
Sunday
mean?
afternoon and mimosas and 3 glasses with my bitches. So I just wanted to make sure. And yeah, we had a couple of those bottles in that little container there.
Let me do a synopsis on this.
Okay.
You're drinking on a Sunday with your bitches.
Yep.
Okay. And
Mimosas.
what have we got here?
We've got probably an almost empty bottle right there. It was good times. It was fun. I drink other things besides bourbon. So.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. On
So
Sundays.
So what's in the
and
foreground
mimosas.
here? What is that? Like
So
peach
that's
schnapps?
no, that's a little bit of the cranberry and just like 3 drops of cranberry and the champagne.
Oh, okay.
And you can choose cranberry or orange juice, and I wanted a cranberry.
Drinking with your bitches.
So,
Okay. Glad you had a chance to drink with your bitches.
oh, and this came in the mail, so I was so excited about it. So I had to show that off because it's happening in about a month. Madison's gonna graduate.
Yeah, it's exciting. Is Maddie still here?
No, she left work, so she had to.
Oh, now
she had to get off the bourbon blend while she was working. So
She's moving to better things.
Yes.
Yes,
so
Madison is going to be graduating in May, so
Yep.
we're fired up
wait.
about that.
it's exciting.
It's taken a
She got her first opportunity to interview sent to her today, so looking forward to that.
yeah. Some of you guys, Chip's close, or may have already been that the experience of having a kid who finishes college and then has to interview for a job and like live on their own.
Yeah,
Chip.
pretty cool.
Chip's close, if he's not already there, and you know how
Pretty cool.
fucking great this feels. It's
Yep.
amazing. Mike did say I didn't know what led JGT to that. I don't know what led JGT to the Montgomery Advertiser, but I'm glad it did. That's very
Yes.
nice.
So when Jay was interviewing right after his second tryst in college,
Tryst?
Yes.
That's usually an affair, honey.
I know your affair with college, your affair at UK.
Okay.
Anyway, he was interviewing, and the 2 finalists were Montgomery, Alabama,
Yes.
and beautiful. What's that fucking Tennessee team?
Oh no, she's gonna
Shit, I
blow the
can't think of
trivia
their- what
question.
it is. Oh
She's
my
gonna
God,
blow
it's
the trivia
awful.
question.
What is that? Clarksville.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Clarksville, Tennessee. And we went and visited both, and I actually said we need to go to Montgomery instead of Clarksville.
Well, no, and the better part of it, I accepted the job in Clarksville,
Yes, you had.
and then I had to tell him no
Mm-hmm.
and switch it to Montgomery, and he
Yeah.
was so fucking mad at me, and
Yes.
I ended up running into him at a Tennessee game.
I didn't know that.
Alabama at Tennessee in '98. Yeah.
Huh.
And he was a fucking dick to me.
I'm sure he was.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, D Lucky, the aforementioned.
Yes.
By the way, D Lucky knows a little something about South Alabama.
Yes. Nice.
He is from Mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Good to add another illustrious alum to our ranks."
Oh,
Congratulations,
she popped
Maddie
back
T.
in there. Look at that.
Yeah, she's now under Maddie T.
Yeah, so she must be on her phone instead of her government name.
D Lucky, I mentioned to you a few times earlier, bro. You must have heard your ears ringing, bro. Speaking about the D Lucky Suite, which is just right down the hall here. We're actually in the Easterwood Suite here.
Hey, can you turn the air on?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's hotter than balls in here.
Is it really?
Yes.
A D Lucky
I think
Suite
it has
here.
to do with the bourbon that I've been drinking.
Oh.
Perhaps has made it
Yeah,
a
that's
little,
true. Hey, where's the dog?
I don't know. He was laying
He's
down
probably
in
up
here.
in trouble. So the D Lucky Suite is down the hall. We're in the Easterwood Suite right here, formerly known
Mhm.
as Maddie's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we do the bourbon blend now.
All right, what's up next, Jay, in our pit tours?
Oh, we got to do pictures. Yeah, we got more pictures. Courtney, talk to me about this one.
Yes. Okay, so this is leading into something.
Oh, it is?
Yes. So when you go to the Walmarts, there are so many sauces and condiments.
Condoms?
That place, it never ceases to amaze me. The amount of different kinds from the same company of sauces. So anyway, this is the sauce aisle. And later on, we may have to talk a little bit about some sauce.
Oh, wow.
I have
okay.
some sauce. Look at all those sauces. That's
a lot of
crazy to me.
sauces, Courtney.
No other store has that many sauces. It's always the Walmarts. Oh, this is pre-gaming before the bourbon blend
Yeah,
today.
there it is. That's me drinking in the pool.
In the pool. The water was a little chilly. So Jay kept calling me his barista, and I was really just his bartender pouring the bourbon and passing it to him.
Yeah, I like you. You're the cutest barista I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at you.
Some other pictures here. Attitude adjustment passenger. Command not understood. We like those.
Yes.
Then there's me partied out. And Courtney with her breadsticks.
Look at that. Man.
Brandon Jay says saucy nugs.
That's right. Saucy nugs.
And Blake says screw Walmart.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Not a fan.
I understand. I don't go to the real Walmart. I go to the neighborhood
Walmart, but it's still Walmart, right?
Yeah, it's still Walmart.
Wonder why he hates Walmart.
I don't know.
Because it hurts local.
It does hurt local people.
Local people that are.
Mm-hmm.
And our event says, "Hey, bar back."
That's true.
That's what I should have called you.
Yeah, that is true.
Courtney, talk to me a little bit about what you see when you're looking at this picture.
I see a drunk bitch just trying to get some food. I see a very drunk bitch just trying to make it through.
Wow.
With the chair that's pulled up to the counter, just like
what happened there?
Slopping the food into my mouth.
That chair doesn't belong there.
No, it does not.
I don't understand.
I don't know what happened there.
And then here's me passed out, and I think Kanuman may have been behind this one.
Yes.
That's me with my breadsticks. Boy, those breadsticks look amazing too.
They do look amazing.
All right, so now let's go to our main scene here, Courtney.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of things we got left. We've got Courtney's Corner.
Of course.
And we've got possibly something else. Or do you want?
Oh, well, that's part of it. That's part of it.
Okay. Yeah. It is almost time for Courtney's Corner, which means we're going to go to our favorite song, Courtney.
I want to hear the music.
Oh, did you
wait,
turn it?
I got turned up. Hold on, I got turned up.
I don't even know what the song is.
You gotta find the song.
I'm not as sober
There
as
it
I am
is.
sometimes. Okay, here we go. Let's go right now. Oh yeah, it's time for some Courtney's Corner. Courtney's Corner is an absolute banger of a song, by the way.
Yes, definitely.
And you want a JG? Did you get some country performer to
you
do
got
that?
Steel Panther to do it.
No, I just got AI to do that. There it is.
Yes, best hot sauce. Yes. Look at that stuff.
Do you have anything you want to add, or just
Okay, so I think the best hot sauce. So my number one is the Szechuan hot sauce that we always have. This beauty right here.
What? We were out last night.
I know. I had to go buy some more.
Oh, let's go ahead.
This guy is amazing.
Let me get it. Let me get on main scene.
Yes, this guy's amazing. Okay, so it is so good with like any kind of rice dishes. You can add it just to kind of spice up a little bit of anything that you're cooking, but it is tasty. A little Asian zing in it. Really good. Y'all need to try this stuff. But if you put a lot on there, it is thick. And if you put a lot of it on there, it will light you up. But it is very tasty. Y'all need to try it. We're not sponsored by
House of Sang.
House of Sung. But delicious stuff. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Next up is Crystal. Crystal has to go with what?
I mean, I put it on my list. You didn't put it
Crystal goes with Cajun. Cholula goes with Mexican food.
Okay.
Frank's Red Hot goes with wings. And then Louisiana hot sauce. That's kind of like my runner-up. If I don't have Crystal, I'll take that. Good stuff.
Okay.
Talk about your faves, Jay.
Well, for me, it's all like situational, right? So, like you kind of mentioned, like
Yeah.
there's certain ones I want for each situation. Crystal is best for Cajun. So, like in, crawfish etouffee, gumbo. I even like a little bit of Crystal in my corn makshu.
Okay, I got you.
There's some different stuff. I feel like Crystal's the best for Cajun.
Yes.
If we're out at Uncle Mick's, which is a place in Prattville that does Cajun food, he has his own.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Mick's has his own, but it's very
Yes.
similar to Crystal, honestly. So it's the right thing. Cholula Sweet Habanero. This I got at, what is that place called that we eat at?
They had that at the Walmarts today.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I've seen it on retail.
Yep, they did.
What's the place down from Hugh and Magoo's that we don't go to anymore, but we used to go to? The Indian guy runs it, Ken. Salsaritas. They used to have the Sweet Habanero Cholula. Guys, I'm telling you, on like rice or whatever, it's got to be something dry. Unbelievable. Sweet and hot. Louisiana, I love it on crackers. Tapatio Black. It's the black label. I love it on Mexican, particularly if it's like some rice and chicken, some cheese on that bad boy. I love it on there. And Tabasco Sriracha. I love that on a sandwich. Tabasco Sriracha. So it's like Sriracha, but not the hung foy, which is a little too hot for me. This has kind of dialed it down a little bit. And I put that on a Sammy.
I don't like Sriracha at all.
Yeah, well,
I wish I did, but I don't.
Sound like you don't have any big balls, Courtney.
But what you do have is a little something. And I just need to know if anybody needs to make sure that Jay can taste some hot shit.
Let's see. Mike says, Crystal on crackers, redneck caviar. You know what I'm talking about.
Look at this stuff right here.
I actually was hitting Louisiana on crackers.
We got some crackers for you.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, guys.
We got some shit Jay's going to try tonight, and he's going to love it.
Runner 24 says Cholula is more of a flavor sauce. It's not hot at all. I would agree with you on that. Cholula, just a straight up Cholula is just, it don't do it. It's not good enough for me.
Well, let me open up these crackers, and Jay's going to try some of this stuff.
Runner 24 says, where's the bomb? You know,
well, just a minute here. Jay might have to put some of this in his mouth.
Maddie T says, Szechuan is a staple in my house. I have to have it at all times.
Of course it is. You grew up on it.
On a chicken and rice, it's absolutely very, very good. Runner 24 says the sweet habanero is good flavor for sure. The Cholula sweet habanero, which is a much better version of the Cholula. What in the fuck?
Okay, so we've got a couple of options here for Jay. The first one he's going to have is...
Here's a terrible idea.
Melinda, not Melinda. Habanero honey mustard with pepper sauce and condiment, it says.
Amateur fucking hour.
Okay.
This is amateur hour.
That's 3 out of 5 heat. Then we're going to have Melinda's fire roasted garlic and habanero pepper sauce.
Okay.
That's 4 out of 5.
This is amateur hour right here.
And then this is the big fat daddy that Jay's going to have to put in his mouth. Melinda's creamy style ghost pepper wing sauce. 5. 5
out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Okay, so this is the whoa. This is 3 out of 5 habanero honey mustard.
Okay.
Well, this snuck up on me. I thought this one was gonna be shit.
And got you?
Yeah, it's got a little something on it.
Did you get a little something in there? You do need to hydrate.
Yeah, I need to hydrate because this is gonna fuck me up. Maddie T says sriracha is amazing. Courtney is out of her mind.
Nope, don't like the sriracha.
The hung foy, I think, is really good. It's just hot, man. You gotta be
ready. Jay does like Valentina.
Yeah, Otax says Valentina needs to be somewhere on the list. The Valentina Black is good too. I would take that in a pinch on Mexican for sure. Maddie T says Valentina is amazing too. Good call, Blake and Otek. Listen, man, the white Valentina is too neutral for me, but they have a black version of Valentina, and that's good. I'm a fan. Run 24 says Crystal / Louisiana. I have not seen up here in the Northeast. That is sad.
Oh, wow. That is sad.
Sad.
I don't know no better.
All right, that's pretty fucking hot.
You thought that was hot?
Yeah, what's the 4?
Okay, that's the 4.
This is the 4 right here, the fire roasted?
Yep. You need another cracker.
I don't feel like I'm a big puss when it comes to like hot.
No.
Because Stoltze tried the bomb and he literally like did this with his hands.
Of course he did.
Well, Stoltz.
You should be able to. Yeah.
That was hotter than I thought it would be. Fucking A, man.
Well, that was 3 out of 5. So.
This is a terrible idea.
It's a great idea.
Mike says the honey mustard stuff will grab you in a hurry. I thought it was going to be really light, because it was honey mustard. So to me, Cordy, this is about the same as a honey mustard.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's got a little, it's hot, but it's not like super hot.
Which do you like better?
They have different purposes.
Okay.
I'm not
What would you put the honey mustard
I'm not usually a honey mustard guy. So
would you put that on some nuggies?
Yeah, maybe some nuggies.
Okay.
That's just good. That just tastes good.
Okay.
It has some pop. So to me, that's like a hotter, thicker crystal.
Okay.
It's good though.
Okay.
It's hot though.
Okay.
I would get on a hot scale. I'd give that a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
All right, where's that 5?
You ready for this? Are you sure?
I ain't scared.
You ain't scared. You ain't skirt.
Chip says it's a Hot Ones bourbon blend crossover. That actually is some truth to
All
that.
right, you ready?
I'm not the one like trying to talk shit about this.
Let me shake this bitch up. I don't know how long.
I can't believe that you're actually. I thought you were going to be doing this.
No, fuck no. This is you. It's more fun to watch you.
Boy, that one I had earlier it's lingering a little bit.
Be careful with that.
Oh, girl. Shit. That's a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Definitely has a wing.
Go ahead and get some more.
No, it's not that hot. It definitely tastes like wing sauce. You know what I mean? Like it tastes like Frank's. It's kind of vinegary. Do you know what I mean? It's hot, but it's not
that hot?
I mean, it's hot. I mean, it's like hotter than I probably would like, but it's close.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Okay. Well, I thought I was going to be getting you good with the ghost pepper sauce. Like, I thought that I was going to
I'm gonna
have
drink,
like
I'm gonna drink a little water.
the cartoons with the smoke coming out your ears kind of thing.
No, it ain't that bad.
Oh, darn.
No, it's good though. It tastes good.
Here, you one of these?
I guess I got another halfie. Right here.
Okay, you got a happy?
I'm gonna try this one next.
Not on the air.
Oh, my bad. Shit, I'm just gonna drink a real one. All right, that's pretty good. I know, Mike. You're right though. I'm imagining what your stomach is saying after bourbon and habanero honey mustard. Courtney
He does it all for the show.
She kind of brought this one on me like out of nowhere earlier.
It's like I went to the store and I got some spicy stuff.
I was like, what?
And you're gonna try them.
I was like, okay.
And you're gonna like it.
No, I don't know as though you said you're gonna try them. You said we're gonna try them. That's pretty good though. I like this. I just wish it was a little. They didn't need to be this hot. This needs to be like a 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Tastes good though.
All right. Well, darn. I was hoping for smoke.
You need that shit that way.
I was hoping for you to be.
Ass up.
I was hoping for you to be uncomfortable.
It's pretty hot though. I'm not gonna lie about it. Let's see what else I missed here.
Texas Pete. That's a nice.
Do you like it says 2 words, JG, witch hazel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really want any of that. Isn't witch hazel for your butthole?
I don't know what it's for.
Chips, this is run 24. You go in thinking fruity hot on wings, then it happens.
That's
Chip
like
Chip is the master of wing flavors, though.
And mango
Colin Biscuits
habanero.
This is lingering a little bit, Courtney.
I'm supposed to.
Yeah, it's lingering a little bit longer than I thought it would. It's still pretty hot in my mouth. Revin says, I just saw a Hot Ones challenge pack. Should we get it for OBA?
Oh, that might be good.
No, I don't want to play this game. This is not something I talk shit about. Ironically, it's her dad that did that.
Yeah, my dad did. That was
sure. It's battery acid, no big deal.
Yeah, my dad'd be like, it'd be sweat just rolling down his face. I'm like, you hot? And he's like, nope,
nothing at all.
Nope.
Revin says 10 sauces.
Oh, damn.
That might be good, though, in a sense.
We can have fun watching other people do it, but we're too old for that on a consistent basis.
Yeah. If I'm going to pound bourbon all day and then do that, it's just going to fuck me up. Maddie says, I know that stomach be gurgling.
It might be.
I don't know why Courtney's trying to do that.
It's fun. You love it.
Chip says running 24, available at Voodoo Wing, location.
Strawberry Reaper.
Yeah, it is good. And running 24 says, again, long commute.
Yeah.
Revin says Imodium in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Could be some truth to that. Tim, not Tim. Okay. I'm confused. Stumbled on here. Not a Tim from Habatten. Was hoping for bourbon reserves. Reviews.
Oh, we did that earlier.
So we're an hour and a half into the show, and we did bourbon reviews for the first 30 to 45 minutes of the show. But I want to tell you, Tim, not Tim, we did reviews earlier. Why don't you do? We're going to help Tim here with our reviews.
Okay, do that.
We started off with our Barrel Foundation, which is this one right here. Oh, let me go to the main screen here, Courtney. Sorry. Tim, this is for you, my man, because I'm here for, I lost it. There it is. All right, sorry. All right, so we were doing barrel tonight. All of these are barrels, which is a just non-distilling producer from Louisville, Kentucky. The Foundation Series, right here. I gave it a 3. She gave it a 3 1/4. The New Year 2023.
Out of 4.
Which one is that one? That's that one, I think. The New Year 2023. I gave it a 3.75. She gave it a 3.5. That was a very chocolatey bourbon. And we thought that was pretty damn good. The Vantage right there. I gave it a 3.5. She gave it a 3.75.
Very good.
And that one's a little sweeter. We thought it was the second sweetest bourbon we've had, probably. And then she had the Ambarana,
And this is a dessert bourbon.
And she gave that a 3.35.
It's very good, but I couldn't take a lot of it because it's just so sweet. It tastes like a dessert bourbon to me.
So that's what we were doing earlier. And Courtney and I.
Yeah, these ratings are still out of 4.
Oh, yeah, they're out of 4. They're out of 4 because 4 is the best. And Courtney's a notoriously hard grader.
I am.
I have given 1 4 and 2 3.75s. My 4.0 was for Peerless Toasted. My 3.75s were for Bardstown Disco 11 and This New Year, which I thought was just a chocolatey, delicious delight. And Courtney's best grade is a 3.75, which she gave to the Vantage.
Yes.
And also to Peerless Toasted.
Peerless Toasted is delicious.
Which we liked as well.
Yes.
So, Revin says overall,
pretty solid.
Pretty solid. Yeah, me and Christy would say that's pretty solid, no doubt. They're pretty good. Let's see. Runner 24 says may have understood that Scoville number. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I know the Scoville number is, but does it have one on there? Does it say what it is?
That was the 5 out of 5.
Oh, I thought no. We need a Scoville number.
Oh, it's an actual number.
Yeah, it can give you a number. It's like if it's really hot, it's in the thousands. But I don't know.
Shit, I don't know.
I feel like they should say it on there. I'm still feeling a little bit. I mean, it's not something I would really push for. Chip says the Voodoo Bomb Sauce is good. Voodoo sauce is the foundation, so the flavor is there with massive heat. Yeah, I agree with you. I've asked Jan before. I was like, the bomb sauce is really, really good. Could you do something where it's like half as hot? And she goes, no, absolutely not.
Sorry about your luck.
Like she was like, there's no chance. I would never do that. Like, damn. Mike says Habat and Legacies have a special place in my heart. Those were simpler, good times. The hottest Auburn blog on the net is what he's talking about. A place that I guess started.
Yeah, you did.
And curated. A lot of good folks were there, have been there, are there. We still have a website that's like secret for all the Habat and expats. And yeah. Those were. I was just thinking about that the other day. We used to do what's called a campfire on Thursday nights.
Oh yeah. Because
that's when Tuberville would do his coach's show, and then afterwards we would have a live chat, and then at the end I would say, "All we have left are the embers."
So cute.
The campfire. It was fun, man. It was a good time. Yeah. Tim, not Tim, says Mike from Habat and not Michael.
Okay.
No, Mike is definitely not Michael. I know who Michael is, and that ain't him. But Mike's a badass too. Runner 24 just says 6 and 6. That's a good answer for pretty much anything about that. And Chipper says don't talk about that. That is the rule number 1.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
You don't talk about shit like that. And Chip says you know the rules. I do know the rules. Golly, Courtney, why?
That's about it.
I know. Why didn't you do this?
Because it's more fun to watch you.
No, that's bullshit.
That's fair.
Why don't you man up and drink some of this shit?
Oh.
Here, come here.
Nope. I don't want nothing.
Put your finger out.
Nope.
I won't put it in your butthole if you don't put it in your mouth.
Oh, it's so sweet and romantic. You maverick.
I'm knocking. Can you hear me knocking?
Well, I don't know. Is there anything else to chat about tonight,
Well, hold
Jay?
on just a second, man. Just hold on, man.
What?
Mike says he's not sure what his handle was at Habat, and it has been a while. I think I've been off Habat since 2012. So that kind of went the way of the dodo, although they're still there. They're just under a different name. Runner 24 says he read the Habat, but never a member / poster. Interesting. I thought you were Salsa Shark. Chip says Michael is legendary. I do like Michael a lot. Otag says, hate to leave early, but I have a 4 a.m. wake up tomorrow. 4 a.m.
Damn.
Corey. I think you get up early at 5:30. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Great show, y'all, and see you next week when we'll toast to an Auburn.
That's
natty.
right.
I love that
That's what's
attitude,
gonna happen.
Otag. Thank you, bro. Glad to have you here.
Yes.
And Mike says he followed JGT over to auburnsports.com from the Hub On.
Nice.
And then Raven, apropos of nothing, says Ross dressed for less.
Okay, Raven, did you go there today or something? Why are you throwing this out there? He just wants to start stuff.
Maddie says she's still waiting on the Hoboten.
The Hoboten. We need a Hoboten. Oh, I want a Hoboten in the lake.
We can do that. I just don't have anywhere to put it. Chip
Yeah.
Chip says the Hoboten Robert Left thread was one of the all-time favorite internet moments. Michael and I were the leading instigators. The Hoboten Robert Left thread. I mean, I don't remember that thread specifically. I know who Robert Leff is. I know who Jeremy Leff is, his brother that was the sound engineer. But I don't remember specifically what was going on there. Colin Biscuit says, I was late. What is the story behind the hockey jersey?
Nothing.
I bought it for $25 at Ross Dress for Less.
At Ross.
And that's the only reason that I wear it is because
Ross.
it cost me $25 at Ross Dress for Less.
At Ross.
At Ross Dress for Less.
At Ross.
Raven says, safe travels. Tag. And Runner 24 says, Robert Leff, LOL, can only imagine. Robert Leff is like a normal, like calm, rational human being. I don't know why. I don't know why this would have been a big deal. Like, it's not like Robert Leff's some crazy guy. He's like just an offensive lineman that played at Auburn and, I did that whole thing.
All right,
Mike says, see you Saturday, drain time for the Final Four. Courtney,
That's
are you
right.
trying to wrap this thing up?
Well, yeah, but we got the basketball. We got to make sure everybody knows about tomorrow. Because that's going down tomorrow, right? Aren't you doing it tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay.
We can work on that tomorrow.
Jay's going to do that tomorrow. You don't have anything else going on.
You don't have anything else going on. D-Lucky says, is that anything like does anyone know anything about trucks thread? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you know this, Courtney. Did you know that D-Lucky and D-Lucky and Archie, of all people, were two people that gave me a bunch of fucking hell back in the day when we took away ThreadView or Hybrid View. I can't remember which one. He was ThreadView guy. It was a way of looking at the board. You had a choice back in the day of how you wanted the board displayed.
Okay.
And he put it on ThreadView, and we took it away when we did the update in 12 or 13. And D-Lucky and Archie whipped my ass.
Like you had any choice in it. You didn't have any choice in it.
He was just disappointed.
Okay.
And that's just the way it goes. Chip Chip says it was legendary feats of Leff, beginning with him eating a giant fried seafood platter to celebrate his AU signing. Feats of Leff. I love this. This is amazing. Let's see. Tim says Leff, he had feet that couldn't move. That's kind of true. And Mike says, am I invited tomorrow? For the, I guess he's talking about the basketball.
If you're on the bunker, sure.
Yeah, on the bunker, we're going to be doing that, Mike. I don't know. He probably thought we were talking about something else. D-Lucky said, ThreadView. Let's see. Oh, damn. Maddie was just going to send along a picture before we wrapped up. Here, this is what she showed. Limit bathroom time to 5 minutes. Please refrain from engaging in sexual acts while in the bathroom. Thanks.
I like this. Is this at a bar, I assume?
By the way, Maddie passed this along, so that's pretty funny right there. I like that. Oh, Call Me Biscuit says, Courtney is yawning or burping hot sauce.
I had to admit I was yawning. Unfortunately, I tried to cover it up and it didn't go so well. So I'm being my truth there. I was yawning from a bright and early morning.
Tim says, yes, Chip. Sorry to redirect. Stumbled upon this. Enjoyed JGT. Tim, glad to have you here, bro. We do this on Thursdays.
Thanks for coming by.
And we'll be back on next Thursday if you're interested. And we definitely start off like first 30 to 45 minutes is all bourbon. So
Bourbon.
we just go a little bit deeper than that afterwards because we just like hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even get a smooch.
Nope.
You know? Damn. You're worried about YouTube shutting us down? 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a little bit. And Madison says she got that from
At a frat party. I like it. Okay. That's good.
Do you want to wrap up there?
I think it's about that time.
All right,
Jen.
so I'm going to be doing Brain Drain on Saturday, obviously.
Right.
I'm also going to be up at Big Cat Weekend on Saturday before the show, so I don't know when I'm going to get on the air, but I want to make sure I'm up there to help Caleb on Big Cat Weekend because that shit's going on this weekend. I don't know why, but it is. And then we'll be doing the Bourbon Blend, obviously, next Thursday. We'll be talking about Auburn winning a national championship.
Yes.
by beating the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars, because fuck Duke, right?
Fuck Duke.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Appreciate y'all being here. The Dirty Dozens.
Almost.
Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars.
Cheers.